Hello.
Gracefully.
This is Mary from Mars at home. Here's our puppy. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him? This is my husband. That's his little puppy. That's actually, she's an old bitch. She growls, and she gets all these puppies to obey her. And this one, that looks like a girl. Let's see. She's sleeping. Huh. Okay, that's Michelle. You see her?
Is that a girl?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
This one, here, this one's awake. And this is another one. And that, okay, so we used to have 7 puppies. Well, we had 8. And then, like one went away immediately because Loba didn't like that one. It was a brown puppy. And then we had a brown puppy with green eyes. And he was stolen. It was named Benjamin Franklin. We were going to give Benjamin to Donald. But Donald never responded. Now we have these puppies and they're big. And Donald Trump isn't saying...
Somebody would just come into our yard and steal our fucking puppies.
Can you believe it?
What the nerve?
Your favorite puppy of all.
Yeah.
This was his favorite
lot
puppy.
Of nerve.
But I know who did it.
Bitch. You do know?
Loretta. Trippy.
I hate her anyway.
We all hate her.
Broke my legs.
No, she's not. Another one did. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She tried starting a fire. And, let's put it this way. At least now I know who's been trying to kill us. And I'm trying to...
Why would she start a fire?
Well, she had this really good idea. I saw it. I took pictures of it to show to the L.A. Sheriff's Department. They didn't want to look. They said there was no evidence of a fire. I said, yes, I know. Because you refused to come into the room that smelled like burned paper, that had a pile of burned paper and acetone at the doorway, flammable acetone, and a torch with electrical stuff right near it. She was going to burn our house down and use electricity as an excuse and then put acetone on top of it and run away like she does. And she started a fire in the trash can too. And I took pictures of it. And somehow or other, the police never came back. And when I tried calling them, they didn't bother to call. And then I thought to myself, what is it about this beautiful, well-endowed, thanks to plastic surgery, woman that makes those police just disappear when she's accused of a crime?
Yeah.
And I realized she has a good body. If you can get a judgeship from having a good body, why not get immunity?
Yeah, I suppose there would be some advantages, but I mean, that would hardly seem to be sufficient.
It's the oldest trick in the book. It's called pussy power, honey.
Yeah.
It can keep you out of jail. What bothers me, though, is, she just did something like steal my puppy, or, I fell and she told her boyfriend, oh no, don't go pick up that old bitch. And I was calling, help me, Louie. And she says, don't pick her up. And so I stayed there waiting until Louie decided to go pick me up and help me off I fell completely in front of the... And I thought, wow, if she's willing to let me suffer on the ground after falling, maybe she is capable of starting a fire. If she wasn't just burning papers, because there was a torch and acetone, and most important, the electrical stuff. I took a photo.
Yeah, she was dangerous. I mean,
she's not gone yet. She came back, and she stole I'm pretty sure she stole that iPad that the real estate guy had.
Yeah.
And who knows, she might be the one that instigated all those drive-bys. Here, when we were getting drive-by shootings, I thought for sure it was Hillary Clinton. or the KKK or the white supremacy people.
Yeah.
It could have just been the Islamic faith people.
Yeah.
You know, the killers section, because she's an Islamist. She told Louis she's going to get a burqa. And I called the FBI, and I told them, and they didn't hang up on me. But I'm curious, who is going to find out quicker on what to do about this woman who is a threat to America? I told LA Sheriff's Department. They didn't care.
A threat to America.
Well, she's training and recruiting people to her side using the gangs as a ploy, as a cover. Kind of like a Trojan horse.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a far cry from being a major threat.
Well, you know, like the lady in San Bernardino and her husband, they weren't considered a major threat, but they were of that religion, the police, to kill the infidel. And he got angry for some work-related thing. She was angry with me because she took an hour to have a shower, and I yelled at her for about 20 minutes for the hour-long shower. I said, "Don't you realize we have a water shortage here?" And I started yelling at her and giving her a piece of my mind, and suddenly I was no longer Miss Mary. I was just plain old bitch Mary. And that was before she let me fall. So I think she had it in for me, because we took the toilet from her area and put it in our area. So she was left without a toilet and getting yelled at for hour-long showers. That's enough to want to burn your house down, especially if you're not of the same faith.
We took her toilet.
There was a toilet at the office where she was staying. She was doing artwork.
Oh, that wasn't
the one from CNR Auto.
Oh.
And we took it from there and put it in our toilet.
Oh.
Anyway, these are the problems you have when you deal with people that are 5150 and literally can get away with murder. I mean, she told me, I can get away with murder because I'm crazy, and I get SSI for being crazy.
Yeah.
And her friend died about a year ago. And sometimes people that that know her and her family, they say, well, she had something to do with it. And I didn't want to believe it till I lived with her. And I thought, well, maybe not. But somehow she got away with that too. And I just don't know how much a beautiful blonde with nice plastic breasts and a tummy tuck, how much can that kind of woman get away with men in a police force who can look the other way and look at her instead? I just wonder. It takes a lot for a man to say no, Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to put a pretty girl like that in prison. She may want to go, though, because she may want to do some recruiting herself. Because she's Islamic. When she went to the funeral of the girl that we thought she killed, she insisted on wearing one of those hijabs. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid. You've got no clothes on otherwise. But to her, you see, when she was a little girl, can you believe she didn't know what sex she was? She had her hair all shaved, and she thought she was a boy.
Huh.
Even though she was so pretty, she felt like a boy, and her family didn't want her to go around like a gay girl. So they took her to learn how to be Islam, because the Islamist people are extra careful about hating gays.
Yeah.
And so, they hate gays. They certainly hate Jews. My God. And they don't really like Mr. Trump. So when we put Bernie's homies and Trump on our front yard, naturally, if it was Islamo-terrorists, they would have been happy to kill us. I mean, remember when they almost killed 2 of our tenants, and they could feel the bullets come by their heads?
Mm-hmm.
And the night on, what was it, Primary Tuesday? Super Tuesday? Do you remember when that shot came right near our window where the Star of David was?
Yeah.
And now we don't have a car to use because all the cars' windows
That was quite
have been
a
broken.
while ago. We haven't had anything like that happen again.
Not recently, like in about 2 weeks. I remember the closest time that we had almost nothing bad happen was when we put up Hillary's homies instead of Bernie's homies. And then I made the mistake of saying, "Oh, Trump, I really like your speech," and kaboom, the shooting began again.
Well, it could be. I mean,
I gave her a Bible.
I don't see
And I
why.
wrote to her that you have to become a Christian
Why?
or you can't stay here. And guess what? She left. And she took her broom. I wonder where she'll fly. Okay, this is my little doggy. Actually, this is not my doggy. Come on.
Worried about making Donald Trump? I mean, he's pretty harmless, actually.
Well, not harmless if you're Islamic terrorist. He's after you.
Don't let him in, dude. Don't let him in.
I think you should vote for SANCHZ. And if you really don't like Trump and you really don't like Hillary, because it's embarrassing, obviously, to be a feminist and know that the only person who's ever made it this far had to have a husband as a, a president, that was the only way to make it. So I'm going to write in, well, actually, I'm going to vote for Donald, but if you don't want to vote for him, write in Hilda Solis, Solis, for president, and vote for SANCHZ, because SANCHZ was not the Attorney General that should have investigated Judge Julie Fox Blackshaw, who apparently got to the top the way that Trippy, also known as, I don't want to tell you her name, let the FBI tell you, how Trippy was able to get away from being investigated for murder or arson or anything else. It's called sex appeal. And so if you are a sexually attractive woman like Julie Fox Blackshaw and you flirt with the proper men, governors and other family men like the mayor, Yaragosa, you can get appointed. And the person in charge, who also is in with these Democrats, what was her name? Kamala Harris. Thank you, but no thank you. I thought she was okay, but she did nothing to investigate the woman who has stolen children and allowed state-sponsored kidnapping. This is Julie Fox Blackshaw, Division 412 in the Children's Court in Monterey Park. She doesn't like families sticking together. I don't know why. Maybe because she was a family wrecker. They call it, what is it, a housebreaker or something like that. Anyway, house wrecker. Home wrecker? Home wrecker. Yeah, it was a happy home. And she comes in and has her affairs. And, it's kind of unhappy to do that. But imagine how you would feel if you were a single mom or you had a brother that might seem to be a little gay and the judge says, "Oh, no, put them with strangers. Put those little girls with strangers." Same with the other little girls I know. This woman has absolutely no heart. I want her to go on TV and become the next Judge Judy. Instead of ruining lives, just take care of landlord disputes and girlfriend-boyfriend disputes, because you can't destroy a family that way. The way that you have destroyed the families of Natalia and Rodika and Jeff. And there's a child that belongs to a man that you do business with, and you're not even making him get a DNA test. Yep. And Kamala Harris gives you a pass. Wow. God bless America. Remember, don't allow those bad people to stay. And Kamala Harris isn't exactly my cup of tea. I like SANCHZ, Loretta. She has moxie, if you know what that means. She has moxie. She's a little quirky. She speaks her mind, and she gets things done, and she's from Orange County. So if you're a Democrat, you could still vote for Loretta SANCHZ and be happy. If you're a Mexican, you'd be making history. You'd be voting for your own, historical senator, woman senator. And if you're a Republican, well, at least she comes from your neighborhood. She understands you. So vote for Laura SANCHZ and put her in Senate. And as far as, Hillary is concerned, I would vote for any woman rather than her. But my favorite woman to vote for would be Hilda. Hilda Solis for president. Because Hilda Solis, she was in the cabinet of Obama. And secondly, she is experienced as a congresswoman. And third, she's a supervisor, so she knows what it's like to be in charge. She's from the 1st District and took over for Gloria Molina. And she's beautiful and young, and she doesn't have a husband that used to be president. That's enough to make me love her. And oh, Hilda Solis, la presidenta. Oh, Hilda Solis, nosotros I don't know. Nosotros, a 2020, la perfecta vista. Oh, Hilda Solis, la presidenta. Para futura grande y futura para mujeres, les necesito votar para Hilda Solis. Ella es la reina, pero en otro vida. Si tú es en reencarnaciones, ella es Reina Isabel. ¿Verdad, Isabel? Ok, gracias. Hasta luego. Oh, here's my doggy. Come here, baby. Come on, this is Prince. That's Prince. My Prince. Hi, Prince. If you ever get depressed, just get a puppies.
Look there.
Look at this one. What's that one? This is life. Don't forget, register. Today's the last day, Monday the 24th.